You ever sat down to start something important? Like a project, a workout, or, I don't know, finally organizing that disaster of a closet? Only to end up scrolling through productivity hacks instead? Yeah, same. You're not lazy. You've got big dreams, wild ambitions. You want success, just without the actual effort part. It's like wanting six-pack abs, but also wanting to eat cake for breakfast. Totally relatable. So, why does your brain short-circuit the second it's time to take action? Let's figure it out, fix that, and get you moving without giving up naps or snacks. Sound good? Let's go. Let's get to the heart of the matter. You're dreaming big, which is awesome. But turning those ideas into reality, that's the real challenge, isn't it? Why does this happen? Simple. Your brain is freaking out. Big goals feel overwhelming. A 2021 study by Shunk and Di Benedetto found that when something feels too difficult or uncertain, your brain tends to avoid it. And then there's fear. What if you try and fail? What if you're not good enough? What if people judge you? So instead of facing all that, your brain dodges the real issue and hands you a distraction instead. Suddenly, decluttering your drawer feels urgent. You might ask, "All right, I get it. I'm scared. What to do next then?" My trick for you is simple. Stop looking at the whole mountain and just focus on the first step. Want to write a book? Write one paragraph. Want to get fit? Do 5 squats. Now you might ask why starting small, and think it doesn't make sense to do something so trivial. But here's the deal. Studies by Wolfram Schultz proved that your brain loves small wins. Every time you achieve something, even tiny, it gives you a dopamine boost. That's the feel-good chemical that makes you want to keep going. This is why small wins matter. Each completed task creates a mini dopamine boost, making the next step easier. Athletes use this trick all the time. Take marathon runners, for example. They don't just wake up and run a full foot race. They start small with a short jog, or even a 5-minute walk. So, if you're learning a new language, don't dive headfirst into a thick textbook. Just learn 5 new words today, and that's it. Tiny steps might not seem like a big deal, but trust me, they add up fast. And once you get the ball rolling, momentum takes over. One small action leads to another, and before you know it, you're on a roll. So, you're all excited about the small steps trick now, thinking you're going to conquer the world, huh? Maybe not so fast. Here's the thing. Motivation is a scam. Okay, maybe not a total scam, but hear me out. Motivation is like that one flaky friend who hypes you up but bails last minute. One day, you're pumped. You're gonna wake up at 5 a.m., work out, meal prep, build an empire. The next day, you hit snooze 6 times, and suddenly none of that sounds like a good idea. That's because motivation is temporary. It's based on feelings, and feelings are unpredictable. Discipline, though, that's the real MVP. It's what keeps you going when motivation ghosts you. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't need motivation to do it. You just do it. Because it's a habit. How to build discipline? Well, as simple as it sounds, try to set aside your thoughts. No thinking, no debating. Just do. Set an alarm, and the second it goes off, get up. No 5 more minutes. No scrolling. Just move. Do some simple stretches to start off your day. The less you rely on motivation, the easier everything gets. And just when you think you've got it all figured out, another problem pops up. How do you stop procrastinating long enough to actually build discipline? Right? It's always easier said than done. I know. Our brain just hates starting. Once you start, it's fine. But getting over that first hump? Brutal. That's where the 2-minute rule comes in. If something feels overwhelming, just do 2 minutes of it. That's it. About to hit snooze and tell yourself, just 5 more minutes? Flip it. Say, I'll stay awake for 2 minutes and then I'll decide. Trust me, you'll be totally awake. So, why does this work? Ever heard of behavioral momentum? Psychologist Richard Herrnstein came up with the idea. Basically, once you get going on something, it's way easier to keep going. Like, think of it like a snowball rolling downhill. It just picks up speed. So, from now on, if you need to clean your room, fold 1 shirt. Just 1. Need to work out? Do 1 push-up. Writing a paper? Open the doc and type 1 sentence. And boom! You tricked yourself into being productive. So, next time you're about to procrastinate, tell yourself, just 2 minutes. 2 minutes isn't scary. 2 minutes won't kill you. And who knows? You might just keep going. Another big factor in beating laziness? The people around you. Birds of a feather flock together. Like, if your friends start eating healthy, suddenly you're thinking, maybe I should eat something other than cereal today. That's because motivation is contagious. Your environment shapes you. If you hang out with people who make excuses, guess what? You'll get really good at making excuses. But if you're surrounded by people who take action, you'll feel weird not doing the same. So here's the tip. Find people who actually do stuff. Join a study group. Work alongside a friend. Find an online community chasing the same goal as you. Even having a simple check-in buddy can keep you accountable. And if your current circle isn't that action-oriented, no stress. Just spend more time following people who inspire you, like podcasts, books, even social media. Surround yourself with action, and you become action. And don't forget this, one of the biggest traps in becoming productive: perfectionism. The perfect plan, the perfect timing, the perfect setup. And because it's not perfect yet, you do nothing. Look, no one is perfect from day one. Have you ever seen a baby learn to walk? They fall. A lot. But they don't sit there thinking, well, I failed. Guess walking isn't for me. They keep going, and eventually they run. Perfectionism is just procrastination in a fancy outfit. It feels productive, but it's just fear. The truth? You get better by doing, not by planning, not by waiting. You get better by doing, by starting messy and figuring it out along the way. So stop waiting for perfect conditions. Just start. Even if it's small, even if it's ugly. Who cares if your first workout is a disaster? Who cares if your first business idea flops? Progress beats perfection, every single time. And you know what's seriously underrated? Bribing yourself. No, really. Your brain loves rewards. It's basically a golden retriever. Do something good, get a treat. That's why you should always reward yourself for taking action. Finished a boring task? Well, grab your favorite snack. Knocked out a study session? Congrats, you earned that Netflix episode. Even something tiny like checking one thing off your to-do list deserves a little celebration. Why? Because when your brain links action with good feelings, it stops fighting you so much. Instead of, ugh, I have to do this, it turns into, hey, I get to do this and treat myself after. It's science, dopamine, habit loops, all that good stuff. The key? Remember that reward first. Action later is a trap. Don't you dare touch a piece of pizza before writing that report. Think of your future happiness. The pizza will taste even better after you get something done. All right, you've made it this far. Now let's make it worth it. No more just thinking about getting things done. It's time to do something. Pick one thing you've been overthinking. Just one. Maybe it's sending that email. Starting that project? Got it? Good. Now take action right now. No, I'll do it later. No, maybe tomorrow. You've got 60 seconds. Ready? Go.
A few minutes later.
You just broke the cycle. That's how momentum starts. Keep going, keep building, and don't forget that small steps lead to big wins. And hey, if this helped, share it with someone who needs that push. Now go crush it. You got this.